confusion, change, and uncertainty that we're all facing in the new normal creates challenges, problems, and mistakes are made. For the devious and the dubious, that means opportunity, and none more so than in personal and business safety. The old days of leaving your front door unlocked are long, long gone. Today, everyone, and especially every business, needs to be extra security conscious. A simple padlock or a door lock is no real barrier to the determined thief. By embracing the latest technology within your security systems, you can not only protect people, possessions, and premises, but also, and importantly, your reputation. I wanted to find out how technology can do this for you, so I arranged to meet Suresh Peri from award-winning MulTLock. Welcome, Suresh.
Morning, Malcolm. Thank you for your warm welcome and invitation to talk today.
Excellent. Lovely to meet you. Suresh, before we get started, please give us a brief overview of MulTLock, which I understand is part of Assa Abloy, which has an annual turnover 7.6 billion euros and employs 48,500 people worldwide.
Yes, indeed, Malcolm. MulTLock is a global brand and a company that specializes in high security locking systems and solutions for both commercial and residential applications. Established over 47 years ago, we have a long legacy of innovative product design, and we pride ourselves on putting the customer at the heart of what we do. We work closely with locksmiths, system integrators, and high solution providers to cater to our end users' needs and to provide them with the peace of mind that they're looking for.
Excellent.
We are also very proud to be part of the Assa Abloy family, the largest global door opening solutions company, whose values of empowerment, innovation, and integrity we share. As a group, we work to ensure that customers are able to experience a more open world through innovations that enable safe, secure, and convenient access to physical and digital spaces.
Brilliant. Now, I inferred in my opening piece that there's a need for every business today to be even more vigilant in its security systems. Why is that?
I'd suggest it isn't just businesses that need to be vigilant, consumers too. And I don't say to instill fear, but I'd ask how frequently, when you buy a house or even a commercial vehicle, such as a van, do we consider changing the locks? Do you know who has had access to your keys or home prior to your purchase, and who may still have access? So it's always important to consider changing the locks on your home when you move house. Equally, it's well recorded that commercial vehicle crimes on the increase, and this year alone, there are reports of a 20% increase. So it's wise to consider adding additional security over and above the standard factory fitted security to protect tools and equipment in your vehicle. With regards to business, there is a physical aspect of protecting the property from intruders and potential theft, while also protecting the convenience and ease of access for those legitimately needing to access the building. In addition, the need to protect data and to understand who has access, who may have accessed certain areas of the building, for example, HR, payroll departments, where personal and sensitive data is stored. The same could be said for areas where items of high value or items considered hazardous are stored. So there are a myriad of reasons why businesses need to think carefully about the security solutions they use. They need something robust enough to protect them, but also making access easy for legitimate users and ability to remove access quickly if needs be, as well as provide audit trails for monitoring access.
You've just made me think very deeply there, Suresh. You know, moving into a new house, perhaps the previous tenants or owners have still got keys. Moving into new business premises, perhaps the previous have still got keys. That's a really frightening thought, isn't it? Okay.
It is,
so,
yeah.
Straight away, I'm learning something, and
Excellent. I'm glad.
I'm going to make certain my wife doesn't find that in case she changes the keys. But never mind. MulTLock's been in operation for around 50 years, and you've always been innovative. So, how is technology currently working within your products to help businesses in their access solutions?
About 50 years. We first started with mechanical multi-point locks. That's where the name MulTLock originated from. Then traditional cylinders and padlocks. And now, in almost 50 years, we've constantly evolved with technology, where we have app-based access control, wireless access control, and not only smart handle sets that you see on a day-to-day hotel type of installations, but also on traditional cylinders and padlocks. It's about protection as well as maintaining ease of access for legitimate users, the ability to revoke access at short notice when required, to easily program access times and rights for shift work, monitor who has gone where when sensitive areas are involved, and also with eClick, the ability to have access control even in the field, that is, access control on your standard day-to-day traditional padlocks. In terms of Open Now, the great innovation for the Smart Air system, in light of recent events, this allows people to do away with credentials or physical cards, instead use virtual keys on an app on their phone to gain access. So making access contactless absolutely ideal for this current world.
Excellent. Now, again, my mind is buzzing over the opportunities and the needs there. I also said in my opening piece that the reputation of a business could be damaged if it didn't invest in the right access solutions. Not showing the right duty of care. It may seem like a soft thing, but I think it's quite important today with such reporting things like Trustpilot and so on. Do you think enough businesses understand this danger to their reputation?
Yes, I think largely they do, but perhaps they don't always know about the innovative solutions that are out there that can help them enhance the experience of access for users while protecting what is important at the same time. So, I mean, the fear is there, the need for access solutions, there is an understanding of it, but it's just the wide publicity that what solutions are currently available, that is the most important thing that needs to pass on.
Yeah, I've tried to instill into a lot of my hotel managers that, it's so important that they take care of their customers and
Yeah.
not let people wander around the corridors. I'd like to discuss with you a few today scenarios where MulTLock, with its big range of products, could provide the right solution. So let's start with the aftermath of COVID-19. Businesses are changing their workplace environments, with the hybrid model likely to be the norm, where a person works from home some of the time and then occasionally works from a slimmed down office. I can see this causing huge new security or access challenges. So how can MulTLock help?
That's a really good question, Malcolm. Again, I mentioned briefly earlier that we have certain products called eClick and SmartAir. With eClick, you no longer have to share keys like the traditional mechanical key. So if you consider an office environment, people use the same key to operate common areas, whereas with eClick, each user has got their own key to access certain areas. Obviously, it has audit trail functionality, and if someone loses a key, you can delete the key. So all these additional features are there in eClick. So in a way, you're not transferring bacteria. In short, you're using different keys for individual users. The same applies to SmartAir as well. So with SmartAir, there is a new technology called Open Now, which uses virtual keys. So long gone are the days where you have a physical card or a physical tag. So pretty much most of the viewers are familiar with access control in hotels. So instead of having a physical card as a credential, with SmartAir, you have a virtual key on the phone as an app. So there is no need for the user to actually go and meet someone or exchange these physical credentials. They can literally walk into the building with their phone and access areas that they have permission to go through. The same applies to offices, massive manufacturing plants, and even the hotels that I just mentioned.
Mm.
In addition to this is purely electronic access control I was talking about. Considering the current situations, MulTLock has invested a lot of energy and time And they've now come up with new antibacterial mechanical keys as well to keep both homes and work at safe at the same time.
Fascinating. By the way, Suresh, tonight I'll be shouting at Netflix when I watch a film where some criminal is stealing a card from somebody to try and get access. And, no, it doesn't happen like that now. No. Let's talk about my core sector, hospitality, and especially the hotel business. Such businesses are cutting back on staffing, which to me, with my experience of the trade, will mean opportunity for criminals to gain easier access to rooms, stock, whatever may be. Give me a scenario of how, say, a 25-bedroom hotel could use your products and improve guest security.
Again, very, very current question. Like I mentioned, the same application or same products like eClick and SmartAir. With eClick, there is a feature like if someone lost a key, you can go into an app on the phone. I mean, the administrator can go into the app on the phone and block that specific key. So even if the key is lost, and if someone finds it and tries to get in, because the key is blocked, they won't be having access anymore to even the main entrance door or individual, more secure internal doors. If you consider the traditional mechanical system, wherein a mechanical key, sometimes, I mean, I've been with MulTLock for a little over 12 years, and I've been dealing with a lot of mechanical master key systems during this time. So if someone lost a mechanical master key, which is a grand master key, the security of the whole site is compromised. So they get through straight away. And for someone to switch off access, it takes a lot of time, energy, and manpower, because you have to change all the locks on site. At the same time, recirculate new keys to all the users. Whereas now with eClick, if you lose a key, all you'll have to do is just go into the app, block that key, and then do a minimal updating of the locks. The administrator will just have to walk around and update the locks, and straight away the site is secure. The same applies to SmartAir as well, which is predominantly used in the hotel industry currently. So like I said, you have the physical credentials where you have a card or a tag to access a specific handle on the door. But now with the advanced technology and with the Open Now technology, you no longer need a physical credential. The credential is actually on the phone on a registered user. So it's not like, if I've got my phone, you can get access to that virtual key that is on my phone. It is only available as a checking in guest, because I have registered, I have paid my bill through maybe an online service or over the phone, and I will get a virtual key sent via email only to me, and it will only sit on the app that I have installed and registered. At the same time, if the phone falls into, some unforeseen circumstances happen, and the phone falls into another hands, the administrator can straight away delete the virtual key remotely. So even if someone gets hold of the phone or the smartphone, they won't be able to get inside the building or inside the hotel rooms. So your situation, the scenario that you presented to me, the 25 hotel or bedroom hotel, either eClick or SmartAir, they would do a brilliant job, because you have the feature to remotely delete access in times of emergencies.
I can't emphasize with my experience, Suresh, how important it is what you've just said. I once remember a good few years ago, a hotel I was working with, 200 bedrooms, and I told them to get improve their security in the rooms. And they said, oh, we're very secure. You can't get past reception. Yeah, they didn't know what's reception all the time. And then one day, a guy got in and he started following a lady guest down the corridor.
Oh, no. Yeah.
They soon made the right investment in security, I got to tell you. Yeah.
It's frightening, isn't it?
Yeah. Amidst all the concerns we have about coronavirus, the world also has to not forget sustainability. We ourselves have got a program called the Conscious Business Show. I believe that MulTLock has been leading in lean and green. What have you done that is to the forefront of living sustainability?
Yeah, that's a brilliant question, Malcolm. Thank you. We at MulTLock pride ourselves for using recycled raw materials where possible, such as brass and nickel silver, to create environmentally friendly products. We use stainless steel as well in manufacturing most of our products. Not many of them know that this is the most earth-friendly resource used in production today. We also recycle the waste from our plastic key heads. That's roughly 6 million keys per year, saving about 13 tons of plastic in 4 years, just by shredding the used plastic and reusing it to making new key heads. That's our mechanical side. Now coming to Smart Air and eClick, they're both purely wireless solutions, so they fit directly onto the current door locks. There is no need for further drilling of frames or wasting wood, etc. Both these solutions can work on rechargeable batteries and will only need recharging after approximately 30,000 uses. So again, you're not talking about wired installations where you have to rely on electricity, and obviously that adds a lot more carbon footprint as well. To add to this, the Smart Air solution is also available with an energy saving device. Nowadays, if you check into a hotel, most of the guest rooms will have a slot where you put in your user card, and then only then your electricity will be turned on inside the room. So there is a device within Smart Air as well that does this job. This additionally will turn off electricity when the area is not in use. So both these solutions will not only save money on the monthly electricity bills, unlike hardwired systems, but also greatly reduce carbon footprint. So all in all, it's not just purely electronic access solutions. We try and use sustainability as a major feature, but also coming down to a mechanical manufacturing, we try and use as much recycled material as possible.
I applaud you totally on that. It's really exciting what you're up there. Okay, let's imagine I'm a potential hospitality business client and I say, this sounds like what I need. Take me through your approach to such a new client and the workflow towards results of a MulTLock access solution from one of your locksmith partners.
Yeah, perfect. We take a highly consultative approach and work closely with our security partners to ensure the right solution is found for your application and environment. Because it has to be specially catered, especially when we are talking about access control solutions. One solution won't work all applications. So we try and get as much information from you as possible and try and cater to your needs, because the same product can be used in different ways. We have eClick. Within eClick, there is something called Click Go as well, which is predominantly used for small to medium-sized installations, where you don't need to have a massive kit of a PC. You don't need a software. You don't need physical devices to communicate between the door and the software, because it's purely small to medium-sized businesses. So all the end user will need is an app on the phone and the keys and cylinders, and off they go. So that's what ClickGo does. Whereas within eClick, there is a bigger setup as well, which we call Web Manager, wherein imagine a railway station, an airport, or a massive shopping complex where you need additional features, the means to group cylinders, group locks together, easy access of, because it's a massive installation. So for that, we have something called Click Web Manager. The same applies to Smart Air as well. So within Smart Air, we have something called Standalone, where you don't need a software, you just need physical cards to program the unit. Imagine a situation where you have a front and back door. In situations like that, you don't need to have a complex access control structure. So for that, we have a standalone solution. And when you talk about your 200 hospital installation that you just mentioned earlier, there we have advanced softwares, wireless hub technology, wherein the administrator wouldn't have to walk physically to the door. Everything can be done remotely just by logging into a software, maybe 30, 50 meters away or 100 meters away, or even remotely away from the site as well, as long as they have access to the kit that they need to log in. So yeah, like I said, depending on what the application is and how small, medium, or big the installation is, we try and approach it the other way around. We get more information from you and then give you the right solution available.
Excellent. And again, it's exciting that you've got it for all sizes of business, from B&B right the way up to the big hotels. So,
Yeah.
Suresh, it's 3 wishes time.
Oh, wow.
There's
Okay.
no pantomime issue this year in Wolverhampton, but you can have 3 wishes instead. If I were to give you 3 wishes for the future of secure access control solutions, what would they be?
Okay. I'd say more use of wireless products and recycled materials in manufacturing. Obviously, less carbon footprint, hence more sustainability. I think we all miss a point there. We all think about future technology, but at the same time, we'll have to take care of the environment as well. That's our responsibility as well. That's my first wish. The second one is complete smartphone integrations instead of the use of physical credentials where possible. If at all there is a need for physical credentials like a card, I think the need for design and use of antibacterial credentials where possible is again really important considering the climate we are in. Third, and I think the most advanced feature that I'd probably like to have is AI and machine learning. I would consider these as next stages in the use of biometrics and retina access control. So as soon as you walk to the building, the machine should recognize you are authorized to get in, and without even hesitation or a time lag should let you in, or block certain personnel who shouldn't have access at that time or that day and not let them in. So this will, I'm looking at these as advanced features, and hopefully we are heading towards that as well.
It sounds like, though, Suresh, that MulTLock are heading faster than anybody else towards that.
Or maybe it's just me personally. Yeah.
Thank you today for a very illuminating interview.
It's my pleasure, and thank you for having me, Malcolm.